Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for your support. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Craft small batch one-step series release of Isaac Hayes' Hot Buttered Soul. I have a previous pressing that I'm going to talk about as well. That is the original master recording from 2003 from Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. So I'll have some comparisons on sound. We'll talk about the packaging and presentation of the one-step and about the music. Now, the music is really interesting on this album, and I'll give you my impressions of the music as well. So stay tuned for that. Before I get started, if you're new and haven't already, please consider subscribing. We're just about to reach 10,000. So in celebration of 10,000, I'm doing a giveaway for a sealed Blue Note tone poet of Dexter Gordon's One Flight Up, one of my favorite Blue Note tone poets. The only one I bought a second copy of, and I'm giving away my sealed copy of it in celebration of reaching this milestone. To get in on the giveaway, all you got to do is watch the video I'm linking above and below and follow the instructions in that video. Very simply, all you got to do is leave a comment in the comment section telling me your favorite video on the channel, and you're automatically entered to win. The reason I'm doing it this way is I wanted to collect everyone's view on what is their favorite and put it together as a playlist of fan favorites. The playlist is already up and you can take a look at it. And it's very interesting, all the different types of things people chose. Some very surprising ones, I thought. And, you know, people have favorites for different reasons. Either they got a great recommendation or they like the work that went into it. They like the presentation. It was a favorite record or so forth. So, that's a fun thing to go through. So take a look at that as well. And get in on this giveaway. You have a very good chance of winning. There's about maybe 250 entries so far. So I would say this is going to close up soon. The release of the Gets Gilberto Impex video really boosted the subscription numbers. So they went up quite a bit. And the window's closing rapidly. I would say another couple of weeks. So I hope you get in on it, and I wish you luck in winning this wonderful, wonderful record. So let's get on to the Craft One Step. Isaac Hayes had released an album before this. This is the one that put him on the map, sort of. He was well known in studio circles already. Stax Enterprise had him under their banner, and he released a solo album before this, and it kind of went nowhere. This one, on the other hand, went, gold and sold a lot of copies, was very highly regarded by the press, by fans, and is a classic, no doubt about it, and a good choice for reissue on a one-step. Stax was going through some problems. They lost part of their catalog, they lost some of their major artists, and they asked the artists that were still remaining with the label to kind of step up and create something that would sell well. The idea for this album was innovative and different, and Isaac knew he was going to have to ask for complete creative control over this, and he got it. And that's really saying something, because this album really doesn't seem like it has a commercial appeal. 4 long tracks, really stretched out, really adventurous, very innovative, certainly different than anything that came before. And they were taking a chance with this, with Isaac. But Isaac pulled through and produced a classic. It has, like I said, 4 tracks. 2 are cover versions. So Walk On By was recorded by Dionne Warwick. It's a Burt Bacharach tune, very famous in that version. And here he takes it apart and puts it back together in his own style, stretches it out a little, and makes it into a amazing, surprising, and innovative soul masterpiece. It's my favorite track on the album, I think. I like the second one too, which we're going to talk about in a minute, but I can't pronounce the name of it. I'll try. Hyperbolicsyllabicsesquedalymistic. earth-shattering. That's my only try to refer to this track. Henceforth, it will be referred to as the track that can't be pronounced. That track is killer. Absolutely killer, funky workout with excellent embellishments and touch, little touches that make it a standout. The groove doesn't let up, and it's great. It makes the side one all killer, no filler. Side two is a little different for me. It's growing on me. The first track I like, not love, and by the time I get to Phoenix is a whole other scenario. So by the time I get to Phoenix was written by Jimmy Webb, I believe. Jimmy Webb? Yeah. And recorded by Glenn Campbell. Totally different than what you hear on here. Isaac took it and stretched it into, I think, a 15 or 18 minute track. And part of that track is intro that is very spare. So it's just him rapping over a beat, like one instrument, like just tapping out a beat. I think it's the drums or a drum hit or something like that, a rim shot or something, I don't know. But it's like click, 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 and he's going on about some relationship issue he had to lead up to the grand finale of the album, which is the instrumental part of By the Time I Get to Phoenix. This is asking a lot of the listener, I think. And to me, it's a little bit self-indulgent, but I get that it was very, very innovative for the time and probably started, the idea of rapping through a song. His voice sounds wonderful on it. And it's hard to hear his voice nowadays without thinking of his voiceover in South Park as the character of Chef. So every time I hear this record now, I think of Chef. But you can put that aside and really enjoy this album for its own merits. The instrumentation, the arrangements, the embellishments, the strings, the organ, everything is very, very creatively implemented. And for that, it's an important work. Let's take a look at the one step. So this is my fourth one step from Craft. The first one was Relaxin' with the Miles Davis Quintet, which I liked very much. The second one was the Vince Guaraldi Trio, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. Very, very nice. Jazz Impressions of Black Orpheus, sorry. The third one was, actually it was the first one, was Eastern Sounds, Yusuf Lateef. I absolutely adore that one. So it was a given that I was going to get this, and I'm glad I did. Like all of them, the presentation is beautiful. These are really nice slipcases. They are very slim, the slimmest of all that I have seen, which is nice. For people complaining about bulky one-step boxes and UHQRs, this is a refreshing change. It's luxurious. It has true linen, so it's wrapped in cloth. It's wrapped in a very fine black linen that looks amazing. It has a inset well here where the artwork sits. It has embossing in black, which you can only see when the light hits it in a certain way. I'm trying to make it hit it there. And it has a ribbon that pulls out the contents like this. The ribbon is color coordinated with each release. So this one's brown. I think Eastern Sounds was purple to go with the type, and so forth. Inside the release, you get, let's see, you get this technical sheet. So it tells you about what went into this. So original master tapes were sent to Bernie Grunman. He used a tube preamp, analog mixing console, Scully lathe. The lacquers were sent to RTI using the one-step process. They created the lacquers, the converts, and so forth, and pressed on 180 gram Neotech vinyl. The master tapes are shown in the center of this, so you see all that. The essay is very good. It's very, very small. You need a good source of light to read that. Also, the jacket. The jacket's produced quite well. It's a tip-on jacket. It's pretty solid. Reproduction is excellent. And it's very nice. It doesn't have a particular gloss on it or anything like that. You know, coming off of the Impex One Step, this seems a step down for the jackets in this series, but it's fine. It really goes well with the whole concept of cutting these at 33 and presenting them in the original jacket. And for that, I like it very much. The sound between the two. The original master recording is cut a little hotter. This is cut at a lower level. Sometimes the original master recording gets a little edgy on the guitar. I mean, this record has a rock aspect to it, like some heavy electric guitar. And it comes off a little bright on the original master recording. It's not that much different on the one step, but it's tamed a little bit and it makes it a little more listenable, especially if you're going to crank it. The space and everything is rendered really well on the original master recording, no doubt. But the vinyl surface, when they were doing these, is okay. It's quiet enough, but you know, like on that rap section of By the Time I Get to Phoenix, it's basically just voice and tap. So you need a really quiet surface there. And that's where this really shines. One of the aspects where this really shines is that it's dead quiet and you can hear every nuance of his vocal delivery. The vocals are also rendered really well in this. They're striking, and the way they sit in space is great. It's an upgrade for sure. How important it is to you is another matter. You know, I don't think this is an audiophile recording by any means, but it's an important one and a groundbreaking one and an influential one that deserves to have the best possible presentation. And I feel like I got it with the craft. If this record is important to you, I think you're going to hear more with the craft. Is it night and day? No. For this record, this is not a record that's going to make your system sound fabulous. It's not that kind of recording. It never was. Original pressings may, you know, a one that's in perfect shape may cost you half the price of this. I don't know. But the vinyl at the time that this was produced was not, you know, not known for its quiet properties, especially Stax and Enterprise. I don't remember hearing any pressings that were really, really good and quiet. So your choices are somewhat limited. There were some reissues, of course, over the years, and you may find a later one that's quieter. You know, the original I did not hear, so it may have a different tonal quality or other qualities that are important. But in between these two, you get great sound and great mastering. This one's more than the one step probably now. So if you want an audiophile approach with the best sound and packaging, the craft is recommended. For me, I think it was worth it. You know, with these one steps, sometimes I'm like, oh, I gotta fork out $108 for this. And I wanna do it for the channel because I wanna be able to present these to you because I know a lot of people are curious about how good they are. And in this case, I feel like it's a good upgrade. It's not gonna be like a revelation, I don't think, but space is rendered really well. The sound staging is more distinct. All the things that you get with the one-step process are there. And if you know what to expect from this recording, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Do audition it in streaming if you've never heard the record before, because it might not be your cup of tea, but for those that love the record, this is a great presentation and highly recommended. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Scott for the Pressing Matters. Have a great day.